Yeah, thank you. Hello, everyone. Welcome back from your coffee break. I hope that you're awake, Joe, to go through the topic of Jira Service Portal. Service Portal, it can be a lifeline or a roadblock for customers. And before we explore that, I would like to know how many of you actually have a service portal or a service management? Okay, the left side and okay, some on the right side. And how many of you have a Jira Service Management in cloud or are planning to integrate one? Okay, so the majority of the left side. Great. Before we explore the 5 tips on JSM, I think it's important to get back and have a look at a few big picture questions because that's how we can shape and even approach service management. Like, what's the cost of bad service management? What makes customers trust or distrust a support portal? How many requests slip through the cracks in your company? I think these are questions everyone who has set up a service portal has asked. And what studies show is that at least 51% of customers reduce or stop spending their time with a brand after a bad service experience. And at least 96% say service quality impacts brand loyalty. And 34% of employees face delays due to poor workflows. So what these numbers show is they highlight and signify how important it is to have a good service management because it's not only about tracking issues, but about speed, trust, and clarity. Next, I would like to have your help to create a word cloud of what you value most when it comes to a service management. And for this, I don't know on the left side whether you can scan the QR code. You can take part in the Mentimeter. There are like about 3 options. And you can enter any word what you think you value in a service management, either as a customer or an agent. Yeah, if you click on submit, we will be able to see the results here. Okay, we're getting some results. Okay, great. Thank you for your participation. Yeah, now let's finally get into the 5 tips into creating a support portal that customers and agents love using. For this, I would like to introduce you to my friend Ray. He is an IT manager who recently joined the Workhaven co-working space. And his first challenge is obviously to improve the support portal, which is outdated and service requests get lost and customers are frustrated. So let's look at his journey and how he implements 5 tips into improving his Jira Service Management. The first tip is pretty basic. He's setting up his portal with a design and a brand by adding its logo, brand colors, and a background image. Because the first impression is what counts and users feel instantly at home. It helps because it builds trust and familiarity from the first click and creates a seamless onboard experience. It reduces friction and makes users feel more confident to use a service portal. He doesn't stop there with the design. He also implements natural language. So it's important to avoid jargon because the user experience becomes bad. So I have brought you a few maybe extreme examples. On the left side, you can see the internal terms, and the right side, simpler customer-friendly terms. For example, identity access management or credential recovery could be simply, I forgot my password, or device failure could be monitor is not working. WLAN service interruption is Wi-Fi isn't working. Life is complicated enough, so let's at least try to keep it simple for our customers. That was the first basic setup, and as a second improvement, he tries to implement a help for agents to triage requests effectively because he realizes that one of the biggest frustrations is figuring out which category a request belongs to. And for that, he installs awesome custom fields and uses the cascading select field. I prepared a short recording where you can see how the field looks in a service request. This is how the service request looks in Jira Cloud for those who don't have it. You can enter a summary and then a description. And on the bottom, you can see the cascading select field. So here, there's a predefined list where customers can submit a more detailed service review. And also, they can add a note to it so that agents later can easily navigate to the tickets, and they can also filter through each of the cascading select levels that was selected. And it's also important to maybe mention the cascading select can have like about 32 levels in depth, and it's one of the most used custom fields for the Jira Service Management as of now. Here you can see the cascade of the request, and it's more informative and more accurate than a simple description. So how does this cascading select help? Well, it helps to prevent vague tickets and follow-up emails because the agent already knows where it's categorized. It helps route issues to the right agent faster, and it enables a cleaner, more consistent data. Humans do mistakes, and there are lots of typos that can happen while submitting a request, and this is avoided here. And therefore, you also gain a structured input, and it also works great with automation. Yeah, so we're moving on to the third tip, which is automation. And Ray realized that their agents do spend lots of time manually, even though we have AI and automation now. And therefore, he implements this simple, if it's repetitive, automate it and let agent focus on solving problems and not sorting. How does automation helps? In the context of Jira Service Management, customers instantly get a response. Assignees, or you can assign issues based on category or priority by using automations. You can send alerts and status updates automatically, which saves valuable agent time. And yeah, how many of you have already created automation in Jira? Okay, how many of you like to create automations in Jira? A bit less. When I joined Cybert, I was pretty new in the Atlassian ecosystem, and I didn't like to use automations because I was not familiar with it. So I was really glad when Atlassian's intelligence came out. So I will just show you how you can simply use natural language and create an automation rule. I think this preview was also shown by Lawrence in the keynote. You have like predefined robo agents and also template rules. But for this example, you can simply type in what you want the automation to create. So here I typed in like automatically escalate if no agent replies within 12 hours, send an email notification to the assignee. So you can also see that I found it was pretty fast for cloud. Those who use cloud know that some fields, they take a time loading. Yeah, so here you can see that it has created the rule with the condition and also the action item. And you can have a look. If you're satisfied and you think you don't need to do any changes, you can turn on the rule. So it was pretty simple and straightforward with Atlassian's intelligence. You can also leave feedback. So if there are any errors or something is wrong, you always get like a notification beforehand. Ray was not sure what this was about, and when you click on it, you get an information. This was because there was no current work item that matches this JQL, but otherwise it looked fine. So you can submit the rule. The fourth tip would be surprise, empowering customers and agents with Rovo AI. But I think it's important to integrate it for at least most of the simple use cases, because as Andy yesterday mentioned, I don't think AI will replace humans, but humans who use AI are more powerful. So yeah, Ray integrated this because sometimes there are issues that can be solved without an agent need to be involved. So you don't have to make your customers wait for answers that you already have. What can a virtual agent do in an Jira Service Management context? Well, it can already greet users in the portal before a human agent is active. It can answer FAQs by pulling content from the knowledge base, and also suggest help articles based on what the user types before they even submit a request. I'm just going to show you how it works. This is a service request, and you have this chatbot button where the user can, I think everyone knows how a chatbot works. It is attached to a knowledge base from Confluence. It took less than 10 minutes to set this up. The user types in, I need to book a meeting room tomorrow, and Rovo quickly analyzes the knowledge base, gives a detailed answer, and also a source to the Confluence page. How many of you have tried to set up an Rovo agent before? Not quite. Yeah, it was pretty easy, so I can encourage you. And I think simple use cases like this can save a lot of time for agents. So yeah, as a result, on the right side, you can see you do have fewer tickets for agents to handle. You have faster resolution for customers and happy users on both sides of the portal. And lastly, Ray thought, let's make ticket submission smarter because, so he used the issue picker of awesome custom fields. This will help customers and agents connect related issues efficiently. So this is how the service, the request view looks like. Here, as you saw before, you have a small description and a headline for the ticket. And here you have the issue picker field, which you can define and use JQL to only show certain type of issues from a certain project. And here the users wrote down search option needs improvement. So here you can type in the keyword search, for example, and it will show you all the issues regarding search. After submitting it, it will look like this. So the agent and the customer will have a view of all the issues that are related, and maybe the customer also can see an older ticket, which is then maybe already resolved, and they get a quicker answers like this. So why does it help? It prevents multiple users from reporting the same issue because maybe while submitting the request, they already see, oh, they already have this issue and they might not submit it. And it also gives insights into ongoing problems. It improves agent efficiency with linked contacts and also builds transparency and trust. Yeah, so those were the 5 simple moves that Ray built to integrated to build a portal everyone loves. So to recap, the first point was he made it personal by making it friendly and using the company's brand identity or CI. He helped agents to triage requests efficiently by implementing cascading select field. He also reduced repetitive work by introducing automations, and he used virtual agents, Robo, to help before tickets even arrive. And at the end, he used the issue picker to give better context up front. If we take a quick look at the word cloud that you created earlier, it said clarity, speed, trust, feedback, workflow, and I think that the 5 tips do integrate well, and especially when it comes to speed and clarity and transparency. Yes, so my name is Kavitha, and I'm from Cybert. I'm the product owner of Awesome Custom Fields. That's why I had 2 fields from Awesome Custom Fields. But if you want to know more, we have more than 20 custom fields for Jira and JSM. And also what many don't know, I don't know, Cybert is mostly associated with Draw.io, but we do have many other apps for different use cases. Thank you for your attention and participating.